What's up?
What's up, legend? How are you?
Good, man. Good to see you, Rob.
Good to see you too, bro. Congratulations. Wow, the grind is real. And inch by inch, you got exactly where you wanted to be. Yourself and Andy had a plan. You stuck to it, regardless of whatever was going on. And now you are headlining the biggest card in boxing history. How do you feel about it?
I I feel like you said, right? It was been a good year, been very patient, but been working behind the scenes, staying in shape, working on boxing, with Andy and working strength and conditioning with George and recovery and food and all of that. And just when you're when you're at the right, the right place at the right time, things do come. And now we've got this big opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder, which I'm really looking forward to. And we've had a great camp, coming off a good win. Not the same level of opposition, but I'm really I'm really amped for this, and I'm up for this challenge and this fight.
Yeah, you've grown up in a very different way since is it fair to say since you moved from Kevin to Andy? Because like we've seen attitude changes, we've seen friend dynamic changes. The picture you posted halfway through this year in the push-up position where we saw your shoulders and your arms, like your body's changed. Like you've taken on quite a dramatic change and you've spent so much time away from home, which I know is such an important thing to you. You've really like what's brought all this on and how do you feel about it?
Listen, when you're in your career, when things are there's always ups and downs, and then you start questioning things when it's not going the right way, or even if you have a win and you're not really happy with the way you won, you start questioning it as the things I'm doing right, and do I have the right people on board, and is am I heading the right way? So you ask yourself these questions, and I think after the fight with Jack Massey, even though I won, I wasn't happy with the performance. It wasn't a performance that I know I could put on. I could put on a lot better performance. So I started questioning things, and I think the biggest, Andy is a great coach. He has a lot of boxing knowledge, being a champion himself, and training a lot of fighters, and also, being in the corner of Tyson when he fought Wilder. But then when I brought George Lockhart on board to do the nutrition side of things, started talking to him about strength and conditioning and the body, and his knowledge of the body is probably he's the best person that I've ever come in contact with about knowing about the body and knowing about different phases of training and the phases of weights training, hit training, and boxing training, and doing all these and different types of training. Which, for me, I've never done these before. I know I worked with Kevin for 8 years, and we did the best of work together, and we had a great partnership and won a championship of the world. But it feels like this what I have now with Andy and what I have with George is something totally new and totally different, and it's something that I am really much enjoying.
Yeah, well, the results are speaking for themselves. Like you've changed, like I said, you've changed in most ways and for the better. Now, we've noticed, especially these days in boxing, that the old saying of styles makes fights is really starting to come back. You know, we're seeing eras where people that have avoided each other, one fighter will beat that fighter, but he'll lose to the next fighter, who'll lose to that fighter. And we're seeing that kind of entwining. That the reference I'm using is the way you fought Andy Ruiz as opposed to the way Joshua fought him, and then your fight with Joshua is are people not are, are they looking past this kind of scenario that with yourself, like the talk about Wilder and Joshua? I know you're not getting too distracted by it, but uh, have people forgotten that styles make fights and that you could bring something to this fight? Like my money's on you. That could really change the whole dynamic of that top tier in the heavyweights.
Um, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think a lot of it. Like I know there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes and fights that are talked about, fights that are locked in, and I think that's all just part of boxing. And then listen, people can overlook me, people can support me, people can do whatever they want. Everyone has a different opinion, but All I know is that I am well prepared for this fight, and I am confident going to this fight. And you are right, styles do make fights. So we're gonna see if if my style is gonna cause a big upset. I mean, I don't see it as an upset. I see it as I'm gonna go there and smash his face. That's what I see it as, because I've been training so hard for this fight. But a lot of people might think it's an upset. A lot of people might think it's I have the style for it. So there's a lot of opinions and a lot of different thoughts on the fight and styles, but it's uh it's one that I'm really prepared for and excited for. And whatever the noise is behind the scenes of this fight and that event, I'll let them deal with it, and I'll just focus on what I need to do.
Had you done rounds with him previously, sparring?
Say it one more time.
Have you done rounds with Wilder previously, sparring?
I've never sparred Wilder, but I know that Junior Fa, who I fought um, as a professional and many times as an amateur, has been there sparring with him. And I've seen them watch. I've seen them watch a lot of my old fights. So I feel like I'm a lot more. I feel like I'm a different fighter mentally and physically than I was before. And I think keeping busy this year has helped progress that along. And you're always in camp. You're always learning. You're always working on things, and when you see it all come together, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it would be, and you can tell by your energy. How much stronger and better are you now, Joe? Where are you at?
A
Are
lot.
you ahead of schedule with this camp? Are you happy? You're obviously happy with your progress, but what have you noticed in the difference in yourself?
I feel like, listen, I'm fit and I'm strong, and
Mm.
I know with this, I know other fights. I've been 12 rounds many times, but there's a different pace of fighting 12 rounds then, and I feel like I can fight 12 rounds if it has to go 12 rounds now. It's a different pace altogether. And again, like the trust that I put into Andy Lee as my trainer, and George Lockhart, I've just been following exactly what they've said, boxing wise, strength conditioning wise, running wise, food wise. I'm like a sponge where all I do is just take everything in, listen to exactly what they say, and I am tip top shape. Like I I should be weighing in at 110, 111 kgs, but I'm in great shape. And I feel like when you're in good shape, you feel good as well.
Yeah, you're looking great, and which is a testament to you. Um, is there an idea that the longer the rounds go, the more it favors you?
Um, no idea. I just what in my mind. I've said it before. I'm just picturing, like, there's a lot of images that go in my head, right? I'm picturing myself going out and moving a lot, not moving away, but giving movement, giving feints, footwork, in and out combinations, and obviously he's going to go back and forth. He's going to push me back. Then I can picture myself just catching him. I can see it just catching him, and he wasn't expecting it, and then boom, like lights out, or whether I catch him and I throw heaps of combinations and get him out of there. Like I know everyone has different opinion on this fight and his power, or whatever, but I'm up for it. I'm up for whatever he's gonna bring.
It's the argument that I've been people have been saying to me, what do you think happens? I said that Joe and Andy they're students of the game. It's not long that Andy was fighting himself, and he's taken to coaching like a fish to water. If if Deontay can't get that power off, I and he's underestimated Joe. I see Joe frustrating him and accumulating that frustration through the rounds to breaking him down in the later rounds. It's not a popular opinion, but it's one that I've stuck with.
I think you're right. The styles do make fights, and we'll see. We'll soon find out with Wilder if he has ring rust, and we'll soon find out if he's just coming in to look for this big right hand, because I think he can box. I definitely think he can box, and he's got that big right hand. But I can box as well, and I believe that my power has gotten better and better this year with the work that we've done. So it's one of the fights where I'm looking for. Honestly, I'm really much looking forward to it. Like, I've never been this excited for a long time about a fight.
Hmm. All right, really quickly, last one. What does this card mean to boxing purists and boxing in this era? Like, what an amazing card! Like, wow.
Well, listen, a card like this, you don't see this card often. So to everyone involved, like, there's a lot of appreciation for everyone that's come together to put this on very quickly. And nearly all the fights on this card can be headliners themselves. So to be a part of this card, to be a part of this the Riyadh season, I think I'm very grateful to be here. But I know there's a job to be done, and I'm ready for it. And I'm going to take care of business the way I know I can.
100%. Stay focused. Let your speed do the work and your boxing IQ. We're supporting you over on this side of the world, man. We can't wait for it. And on another note, I can't wait to see you get back home and do some more funny videos with Kerry Russell TV. It has been a minute since we've heard Joe Parker sing.
Don't worry, Rob. We got you.
Thanks, brother. Go get him. Enjoy yourself, man. So good to see you.
Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Have a good day, Rob.
See ya.
See you, bro.